Welcome back to the JC
Teskey podcast.
And today, we didn't really know what to do, so we're going to be reading Reddit stories and talking about them with you guys afterwards.
Oh yeah. You guys ready? I'm going to start from the very beginning. I have a ridiculously long story I want to tell. I don't know if this is worth typing, but here it goes. I had this guy that I was somewhat interested in a couple years ago, and we had recently reconnected and wanted to hang out. The guy was supposed to come over around 4 p.m. and exchange music and chill for a couple of hours. I don't hear from him until 5 to 6-ish that he got held up at something and he was on his way. 7:30 rolls around and he arrives finally he is in a suit and tie on Thursday afternoon for a chill session. Okay, moving on. We walked in the door and he immediately comments on the kitchen cabinet saying they were incredible and nice. This was an old farmhouse rental with a bowed / warped cabinets. Then he commented on the floors and how he could come over and fix them this weekend. Okay, already annoyed, so moving on, continuing the tour of the house. We get upstairs to my roommate's room and he sees his drum set. Asks, "Oh, can I play?" I said no at the same time as the roommate's girlfriend said yes. I stare at her wide eyes, trying to send signals to her that this is awkward as fuck. He's obviously so he hops on and talks about how these drums are okay, but the one he had were 5K and the kind that Metallica used. Eye rolls everywhere right now. Then he gets hot and takes off his suit jacket and folds it up and says, "It's Armani." What is Armani? I don't know. And as he folds it, he drops a money clip that he used as a decorative attachment to the suit and says, "Oh, that's my Gucci money clip. It doesn't work anymore because I used it to carry so much cash as it because I used it to carry so much cash, it no longer clips tightly around small bills. Whatever. Well, WTF ever, dude. Don't care." That's kind of mean though.
Yeah. It's okay.
He then starts going on a rant about some Looney Tunes and Shock Adventures for a toothpaste. In mid-sentence, he was like, "I forgot what I was talking about." And then I was like, "Don't ask me, you aren't making sense. You think that's it, but no."
Oh.
I finally get him back downstairs to our music exchange, full of regret by now. He's saying he says he needs to use the restroom, and he goes and and he's gone for 10 minutes. I'm like, what the flip? Is he pooping in there? So he finally comes out and says he needed to get something out of his car. It takes 5 minutes and this takes 5 minutes and he comes back in wearing a fucking fedora. I just laughed at him and he goes, "What, you don't like it?" He then tells me that this whole time, 1 to 1.5 hours, his car was running because he had forgotten to shut it off. Then he says he needs to go to the bathroom again. By this point, I'm frantically trying to figure out ways to bail. He comes out finally and shows me some EDM shit I was not fond. Oh my god. I was not fond of, and while doing so he was doing some fucking hand dance. Out of nowhere, my friend calls me with an actual emergency, and in which she needed to take her daughter to the hospital and needed me to watch her other kids while she did so. I had to hide my excitement considering the circumstances. She was, oh my lord, she was in, but I couldn't have been more excited to get this kid the fuck out of my house. I told him I had to go because my friend has to take her daughter with Down syndrome to the ER, and he goes, oh, I totally get it. My brother has autism. I just moved past him and hold the door open for him and say my goodbyes. What the fuck, guy? When I got back from my friends, my roommate and I discussed what the fuck just happened, and he was in the bathroom so long, we even checked the toilet thinking he did an upper decker or something. A few weeks later, he's arrested for cocaine possession. 6 months later, he messages me out of nowhere while I was out drinking.
Put that phone back in your ear. It's like falling out.
My bad, Kenny. Where was I? Out of nowhere while I was out drinking, and talks about how he's turned a new leaf and has intentions of becoming a speaker for drug addiction and work with recovering addicts. Don't get me wrong, that's a great idea, but not my problem, nor does drunk me ever give a shit. And I was just replied with cool, but I'm pretty sure you did drugs in my bathroom, to which he replied probably. Needless to say, I stopped talking to the guy. TLDR, guy came over 3 hours and 30 minutes, hours late, was high as fuck, did drugs in my bathroom in Aurora, Florida.
So
That was such an interesting show.
it was
That's not a show,
that was an intense ride. I don't even know what to say. That poor girl.
I low-key feel really bad for her.
Yeah, like in her bathroom. That's freaking crazy. I don't know.
Guys, I'm finally 17.
What? Oh yeah, you are.
Girl, my birthday like just happened.
I know, I don't know what was going through my brain. Oopsie, guys. Literally happened on Monday, according to my aunt.
Yes.
Anyways, guys. That story though, bro. I don't think I want to read this one.
That story took 7 minutes.
That's not bad.
Oh, what if you did? What's the longest you have truthfully lasted during intercourse?
Let's do it.
I didn't realize the name until after I said it. I thought you were just doing something. Oh my lord, I was gonna be like, Cassandra!
I can't read it.
No!
What's that? What's the craziest you've been waiting to tell? What story you've been waiting to tell, but there's never been a thread specific enough for it?
You should read that one.
It's story replies only. Nuh-uh. Let me read the frickin' thing. A long story, I need your advice for how to handle it. Can we read it? Oh, we can read it.
You should read it.
Okay. Sup, people. I, 18M, have a big problem with a girl, 16F.
That means
Male and female.
yeah.
I want to keep it short as possible. I moved in a new city, and this girl lived at 200 meters away from me. She's going at the same high school as me in her first year, and I am in my last one. In the first week, her grandma told her to help me with the bus stations she done that thing and gave me her number. She texted me. I texted her. I met her every day in the bus. She invited me to eat, to drink, to shop with her friends. She seemed to be interested in me. As she looked worried when I had a bad day, pissed me off to eat more. I am skinny. I started to like her and I thought that she likes me back. We talked a lot about our lives, our problems, but never about as relationship. She told me that she was rejected by her crush. She was invited by a 19-year-old boy and went with him, but do not want a relation with him. I feel sick and bad from the moment she told me. She didn't know I actually liked her. This is where I need your help. How do I break the friendship with her to not seem like a scumbag? What can I say to her to not hurt her? She told me that she trusts me complimented me, supported me, even if it never helped at all. I am so sick of having crushes that never likes me. Even if I'm not ugly, neither stupid or cocky. I don't want to tell her that I like her, but I don't want to see and talk to her that much, so I need a reason to break it. I can't tell her that I want to prevent a crush on her. What do I say? If it can be a lie, as she trusts me, I don't fucking care anymore. Thank you and sorry for the grammar. English is not my main language.
Oh, okay.
I was about to talk about his grammar. That's bad. And also, don't let a girl down like that. She clearly wants you if she's talking like that.
Yes. Just like get with her.
Yeah. Get with her. Because she likes you back. That's all I gotta say for that one. I was actually gonna say something about his grammar though. But it makes sense if it's not his first language.
What about this?
A kind of long story if you guys have time. Yeah? Long story longer.
Have you guys discussed couple counseling?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, why do I get the long ones?
I was just lucky.
Are we ready for this one?
Yep.
Okay. Long story longer.
Have your water.
Yes, you can. Hi guys, here's my story. Been with my wife almost 30 years, in our 50s now. No kids for us, unfortunately. In the beginning, everything was wonderful. Normal sex life, etc. She had several miscarriages. By 1994, she took it real hard, questioning what was wrong with her, etc. After the last miscarriage, I told her we would be okay without children and never made her feel bad about our situation. Even though I knew it bothered her, we still managed to have a normal sex life with chasing careers. She always suffered real bad cramps during her periods. In 2006, she was diagnosed with fibroids. I don't think I said that correct.
Where is it?
Right here. Fibroids. And it was recommended she had full histamine. She went into early menopause and our sex life started to decline from there. We went from nightly pre-surgery to maybe a couple times per week post-op. By 2010, sex was basically non-existent. She never indicated it, and whenever I did, I would get constantly. Oh my lord. I did not post surgery. She didn't even enjoy life like it she did prior. Our last time was 2013, and I could tell she was in physical pain during intercourse. We talked about it, and she was worried about hormone treatment.
Hormone treatment.
Thank you. Being worse for her health than the benefits it would provide. I told her I would support whatever decision she chose, as I didn't want her suffering any kind of health problems just so we could keep having sex. During this time, I had a cousin, world's greatest deadbeat dad, who had a child with his girlfriend. They broke up by the time baby was 16 months old. She continued to live with my elderly auntie, and we would visit weekly. I stepped in whenever I could help my mom and baby with anything they might have needed. Mom, and I got real close. We would talk and text daily. Baby would call me dad by mistake every now and then. It got to the point where I would fantasize about running away with her and the baby and having the family I secretly craved.
Continue.
It felt like an emotional affair. I never flirted with mom or tried anything with her, but secretly she has been the one who I fantasized about while taking care of myself. Since there wasn't anything going on in my own marriage, TMI, I'm sure. This went on for about 8 years, and everything was great in my world. Well, mom finally decided it was time for her and baby to move back to where mom is from, halfway across the country. Since then, mom is pursuing her new life, and they are doing great. We talk regularly, daily and first, then slowly to several times per week, etc. They've been gone for almost a year, and I've been going through what feels like a kind of empty nest syndrome or some kind of depression. All of a sudden, I realized my depression isn't really about mom and baby leaving. I'm left here with just my wife and I. My wife, who hasn't tried to imitate any sort of intimacy in 10 years. My wife, who would reject any kind of advancements. I made for even longer than that. I love her, and we've built so much together. We own several properties, a small thrilling business, we travel, and she tries to help me with whatever it is I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing, I've brought it up trying to re-indicate some kind of intimacy, and her response is, I'm broken, it doesn't work. It feels like she turns to stone whenever we go to bed. I don't want to and wouldn't enjoy duty sex on her part. Just to satisfy myself. But it sucks not feeling wanted / desired. I can't see myself leaving her for something physical that she had no control over, and I was the only one who said I would support whatever she wanted or didn't want to do regarding hormone therapy. I just don't know what to do. I didn't know BD was a thing until I found y'all. And it makes dealing with this a little easier. Shitty situation, but at least I have somewhere to turn to see what others are doing / thinking about this situation.
Okay, so basically you went through the same thing twice. But that's crazy.
Bro was basically cheating.
Yeah, he was cheating. Leave her at that point, buddy. Understand, like, maybe you want something, but you're an old man, you don't need sex.
Yeah, like, bro, you're in, like, what, your 50s, did I say?
Yeah. Like, you're okay. You're probably very shriveled up. No offense. But, you should prioritize your wife and whatever she wants. Okay, so, like, it happened again, and we're so sorry. But I mean, we did finish the Reddit story. But what happened was not okay.
It was low-key insane.
Yeah. But anyways, we love you guys. Bye.
Love you. Mwah.